Hey everyone, I want to do a quick video about a wind muffler that I made for my camera. You know, I have this Lumix FZ80 and I like to do some nature videos with it, and I think that the microphone on it is actually quite good. However, the wind really causes it grief. So what I did is I came up with this solution for a wind muffler that I thought I wanted to share with you that works perfectly well and has no degradation to the sound quality. Now, I did see another video of the same camera where someone had taken a little black piece of sponge and they had glued it onto the top of the camera. Well, I'd like to try to do it a little more elegantly, and so that's why I came up with the solution. It may look a little goofy, but at least I can take it off easily. And so what I did is I had this piece of sponge here that was, I've done some pottery in the past, and I had this pottery sponge laying around, and this is what I cut to make the muffler with. And then I had this piece of two-sided sticky tape that I use. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of show you what I did to cut it out and place it on top without causing any grief. So as you can see here, here is a diagram of the top of the camera, and you can see where I'm putting the tape. You can see the two stereo microphones right on top. I didn't want to obstruct those, so I put the tape around it, and this is how I did it. Okay, so the trick I used on this tape was, okay, first of all, you have to get the right size of the tape. So you measure your holes and make sure that the holes are within, or the microphone holes are within your tape, and just, cut it off at the right spot. Now what you can do is you can fold it over like this. This is the good way to make, easy way to make it do it with scissors. And then simply cut this way and cut that way, and then take it and then fold it like this. Cut the middle part out of it. This way you don't have to use an X-Acto knife or anything like that. Something like this. Or of course you can use an X-Acto knife if you want to, but I just thought that this might be a little bit easier to deal with. There you go. Now you got a nice little spot. Try not to touch the tape like I was doing, because it gets rid of some of the stickiness of it. But so you could cut it out. But anyway, here's the concept right here. And then for the sponge, I did use a knife, or I used the razor blade instead, I meant. So you just kind of cut into the foam. Make sure it's about the right size. Yeah. Okay. Pull it out, and that's the nice thing about foam. I mean, it's foam. You can pull it out like this, and you can cut it with the scissors right here. Oops. Then you can cut it with the scissors right here if you want to. Okay, now you can shape it any way you want. If it's not quite the way you want it, like this. And one thing I did is I didn't want the foam to be directly on the microphone. Now, I'm not an acoustic engineer, and I don't know exactly how that really matters or not. But I just wanted to have a little cavity, so I kind of carved one out of the foam, so it just wasn't touching directly on it. For some reason, that seemed to make sense to me. Keep knocking over my stand. I'm using my cell phone, so it's a little bit funny. All right, So here's the basics. So I have this cut now. It has a little cavity in it, and just take this and stick it on there. Of course, all the stickum doesn't work because I touched it all over the place, but here, I'll press it really hard. All right, so then we got, there, that's not bad, that's working. And so you can see I got a little cavity in here, and then you just peel this off, and stick it on top, so you're not covering the holes. So there you go, and this is what it looks like. Works perfectly well, doesn't obstruct the audio. You could change it a little bit if you think it looks too goofy, or you can get a black sponge, I suppose, if you want it to match your camera. But you could do it with any camera. It doesn't have to be this Lumix. It could be anything, and all you have to do is make sure it's around the outside and doesn't obstruct the view. So there you go. Have a good day.